Imagine this. You're in Japan, scrolling on TikTok. Then suddenly, beep, your phone locks itself after 2 hours. What? Is this a White Mirror episode or real life? Well, Japan is testing something that might sound crazy to you. A 2-hour screen time limit for kids. And trust me, it's not just about saving your eyes. The truth goes much deeper. Meet Haruka, a 14-year-old in Tokyo. Like most teens, he loves games, YouTube, and chatting with friends. But under this new policy, after 2 hours, he gets cut off. No Fortnite, no YouTube binge, just silence. Now imagine this happening in your city. Would you survive, or would you freak out? Be honest. I know I would. I can't even finish a Netflix movie in 2 hours.
So what's going on? In Japan, doctors and experts are worried. Kids, and even adults, are glued to screens for 7 to 9 hours a day. That's almost the same as a full-time job, but with TikTok instead of money. So the government is pushing schools and parents to recommend a 2-hour daily limit on smartphones for kids. Think of it like this. If your brain was a smartphone battery, endless scrolling drains it faster. But with limits, you save energy. Okay, maybe you're not in Japan. But too much screen time is a worldwide problem. Here's what you can try. Set your own daily limit, even if it's 3 to 4 hours. Take phone naps, leave your phone in another room for 30 minutes. Use your screen time tracker, iPhone or Android have them. Replace 30 minutes of scrolling with something fun offline, like cooking, reading, or talking to a human being. Yes, real humans still exist.
So where can we hunt down people breaking this 2-hour rule? Easy, just look for kids crying in parks because their phone locked, teens pretending to read books, but actually hiding a second phone, or adults secretly playing Candy Crush at midnight like ninjas.
If you don't want to get wrecked by too much screen time, here are my top 5 survival hacks. 20-20-20 rule, every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. No phone before bed, your brain needs rest, not TikTok at 2 a.m. Blue light glasses, they actually help reduce strain. Phone-free meals, food tastes better when you're not watching cat videos. Offline hobby, learn one thing that doesn't need Wi-Fi, trust me, it feels amazing. Proposed policy, what's the deal? Where? Toyoke City in Aichi Prefecture, Central Japan. What it proposes: an advisory ordinance recommending residents limit smartphone use to 2 hours per day outside of work or school. Importantly, there are no penalties for exceeding this limit. Health motivation. The initiative is motivated by concerns over excessive device usage, including physical and mental health impacts like sleep disturbances. Toyoke Mayor Masafumi Koki highlighted these risks. For kids, children get additional guidance. Elementary school students, advised to avoid smartphone use after 9 p.m. junior high and older. Advised to stop by 10 p.m. voluntary, not mandatory. The proposal is not enforceable. The mayor has stressed the guidelines are meant to encourage balanced use, not restrict access to indispensable tools. Next steps. The ordinance is scheduled for consideration by the City Council next week, and if passed, could take effect in October 2025.
A survey from March 2025 reveals that Japanese youth spend just over 5 hours per day online on weekdays, highlighting the potential need for moderation policies.
A survey from March 2025 reveals that Japanese youth spend just over 5 hours per day online on weekdays, highlighting the potential need for moderation policies.
Important note: age-based maximums screen time. 0 to 1 year. No screen time, except video chat with family. This is the World Health Organization, WHO, position. 2 to 4 years is less than or equal to 1 hour per day, less is better. WHO and multiple pediatric groups. 5 to 17 years, recreational screens, is less than or equal to 2 hours per day of recreational screen time is the clearest, frequently cited public health limit, Canadian 24-hour movement guidelines, alongside strong encouragement to break up long sitting. Adults, 18 plus, no single global cap, but Canadian adult guidelines recommend keeping sedentary time as less than or equal to 8 hours per day, including is less than or equal to 3 hours per day of leisure screen time, and breaking up long sitting. Higher TV, computer time is associated with cardiometabolic risk. Mental health risk rises with heavier use. Recent longitudinal and meta-analytic work links is greater than or equal to 3 to 4 plus hour per day, especially social media, with higher depressive symptoms. Effects are generally small to moderate but consistent.
Health issues linked to excessive screen time. Sleep problems. Delayed bedtime, shorter duration, worse quality, especially with nighttime, bedtime and interactive use. Mental health. Heavier daily use, particularly 3 to 4 plus H per day and high social media time, is associated with more depressive symptoms and internalizing problems, effects small to moderate but consistent in recent cohorts, meta-analyses. Obesity, cardiometabolic risk. Sedentary recreational screen time displaces physical activity and is associated with higher BMI and cardiometabolic risks over time. Part of why guidelines cap recreational screens in total sedentary hours. Musculoskeletal pain, text neck, back, shoulder pain. Risk increases hour by hour with daily computer, phone use in youth. Posture and long static sitting are key. Eye strain, dry eye, digital eye strain. Prolonged near work and infrequent blinking cause transient fatigue, dryness, blur. Short, look away, breaks can help symptoms, though evidence for preventing myopia progression is mixed. Myopia progression, kids, teens. More near work screens are associated with greater myopia risk. Outdoor time is protective. Multiple meta-analyses. Ongoing debate about exact contribution of screens versus general near work. Final question for you. If your country tried this 2-hour phone rule, would people actually follow it, or would they rebel? I'd love to hear your take. Perfect if you ever need to explain this idea in Japan. Look, I'm not saying we should all throw our phones in the ocean. That would be weird, and also expensive. But if Japan is serious about this, maybe they're onto something. You don't have to go cold turkey, just start small. Even an extra hour away from your screen can make a huge difference in your brain and body.
If you made it this far, type "I subscribed" in the comments so you'll get updates when we dive into more Japan secrets.